Number 2, look for ways to share your gift. Look for ways to share your gift. I'm going to read you 2 passages. Listen to this. Let this first one just soak in. This is beautiful. Just listen to this. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 6 through 8. And this is the New Living Translation. It says, in his grace, God has given us different gifts for doing certain things well. So if God has given you the ability to prophesy, speak out with as much faith as God has given you. If your gift is serving others, serve them well. If you are a teacher, teach well. If your gift is to encourage others, be encouraging. If it is giving, give generously. If God has given you leadership ability, take the responsibility seriously. And if you have a gift for showing kindness to others, do it gladly. I don't know if you heard your gift in there at all. I don't know. I can't tell you your gift. But listen to this one. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11 and 12, the New Living Translation. It says, now these are the gifts Christ gave to the church: the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors, and teachers. Their responsibility is to equip God's people to do his work and build up the church, the body of Christ. Listen to the gifts that God has given to us, and then the gift of leadership that God has given us and why he gave it. He gave us a leader to equip us to do God's work. Not to do all God's work for us, to equip us to do God's work. Now walk with me on this one. What if our leader was able to delegate things to us, and we decided we'd be more than just a warm body to fill a slot? What if we decided we would serve with a spirit of excellence? Because remember, it's where I wanted to serve. I asked to serve here. This is the gift that God has given me. So if you allow me, I'm going to give you everything I've got. But not give you, listen to this, Colossians 3:23. It says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Even if we choose to volunteer to serve in any capacity, we must be willing to accept feedback and correction. If your leader, now get this, these next 3 things I'm about to say, I actually liked them when the Lord put it in my spirit. Like, man, I like that, Lord. I was typing away. I like that one. Get this now. If your leader cannot correct or instruct you, let me say it again. If our leader cannot correct or instruct us, they won't be able to use us. Our assistance becomes a burden instead of a blessing. Think about your kids. Mama, let me help. Mama, let me help. Okay, baby, so now I'm going to do it this way. Get out of the kitchen. I got it. Have y'all been there before? I know I have. Daddy, let me help you with that. All right, here we go, son. No, I know how to do it, Dad. You know what? Get on out of here. I got it. Because now you're not a blessing to me. You're a burden. It's one more thing I've got to manage. Get this next one. Our gift doesn't feel like a gift if it means more headaches for the leader to manage. Think about that. Here's the one that really blessed me. I put 3 stars by this one. I'm going to clear my throat for this one. If an attitude accompanies our anointing, it won't be a benefit to the leader or the body. And so the leader ends up choosing to just do the work themselves. And then we don't get the most out of our leader because they're distracted doing the work that Brother Cody could have done, that Sister so-and-so could have done, that Brother so-and-so could have done. But Brother Cody was like, I'll do it, Pastor, but you got to take it like this. Nah, that doesn't work. I'll just do it myself. Thank you, though, for being willing to give me another headache, Brother Cody. Thank you. I'm sure, as I said before, that you guys have heard Minister Glover stand behind this desk and voice how much she appreciates the opportunity to minister to you. That's her gift. And she takes her gift seriously, and she can't wait to share her gift. But you've been blessed with the gift of singing. But Pastor has to pull it out of you. You don't knock on the door and go, hey, Pastor, look, are you singing a song next week? Because I've been having this one in my spirit that I would love to share with the congregation. Well, sister, I know you can sing, so God bless you. I would love to have you sing next week. Notice, that's their gift. If Brother Cody shows up to the pastor's office and said, Pastor, I would like to sing this song next week, he's going to kindly ask me to leave. Nah, brother, I'm here to bless the people, not curse the people. You've been blessed with the gift to teach. But waking up an hour early for Sunday school, that just don't sit with my spirit. That's too early for me, Brother Cody. But that's your gift. Like, it's so easy for you. Do you know what the kids would learn if they had you as a teacher? That's just one less thing that your leader has to even think about. Because I know in that classroom, they got it going on. You've been blessed with other skills. But have you stepped up and said, hey, Pastor, this is what I do well. Is there anywhere in the ministry you need this? Now, there's a difference between bombarding and going, hey, I want to do this. There's a difference. If you present your strength, your gift, and say, this is what I'm good at, can you use it anywhere? Maybe today it can't be used, but next month it could. So a no for right now doesn't mean, they never let me do nothing. Not yet, but I need that next month. Hold on to that. Because every one of you, your gift is so important. And we need every last one of you. I don't know what your gift is. And if you don't know what your gift is, I recommend that you ask God. And if you ask God and you let him know that you're willing to use your gift for his glory, he will reveal to you the gift that he's given you. I heard someone say this the other day. And I put it in my message because I thought it would bless you too. They said, let's do away with the mindset of being a consumer and let's develop the desire to be a contributor. So many people, they come to church and they just sit there. I'm just consuming. Just feed me, feed me, feed me. But there's something in you that the house needs. And if you give of what you've got and they give of what they've got and they give of what they got, what are we lacking then? Nothing. God will make sure that there is no lack in the house. Imagine this. If all of us were operating in our gifts, imagine what things we could remove from our leader's plate. And that would free up our leader to do what God has called them to do, which is to prepare a word from God to change our lives forever. I remember years ago, there was a podium that sat right here. And my job was to give announcements, or not give announcements, but to read a story during the announcements. And then one day I was asked, can you teach a Sunday school lesson? And then one day I was asked, will you teach Bible study for me? Because I got to be out of town. And look at me today. I'm standing in front of you on Sunday morning. Now, I'm going to tell you what I feel like when I said that. Y'all remember on Coming to America when Louis Anderson was like, I started on cleanup just like you guys. But now I'm on lettuce. Pretty soon, fries. So why do I share that with you? Because there's nothing special about me, right? I just have a willingness to help whenever and wherever it's needed. And I can handle correction and instruction. I try my best to serve in the same spirit of excellence as my leader. And because of that, I've built a trust, right? I'd like to think that if my leader asks me to do something, they can just move on to the next task because they know that thing will get done and done right. You don't have to call me 4 more times, brother. You sure you got it? Bro, you sure you got it, brother? Brother, tell me 3 things you're going to say. Are you sure? No. Brother Cody, can you take care of A, B, and C? You got it. A while ago, Pastor Coleman texted me something, and I responded, gotcha. Like, I got you. My wife looked over my shoulder, and she saw my response. She was like, that's all you're going to say? I said, that's all I need to say. He knows I got it. Why do women have to say so many words? Oh. Not my wife, though. Woman of very few words. You see, I've learned to lean on Colossians 3:23. Because what I do is for the Lord, if I'm corrected, if I'm instructed, I don't see that as a downer. I see it as me being lifted up, right? Years ago, I used to help vacuum the church. And if you guys don't know, vacuuming this sanctuary takes almost an hour. It's exhausting, right? So pastor asked me, he said, brother, you want to make a few extra bucks? You want to vacuum the church? I was like, oh, yeah, I can make a few extra bucks. I was vacuuming the church, make me a few extra bucks. It felt good to have a few dollars in my pocket, you know, my wife didn't know about, you know. And one day, he comes to me and he says, are you willing to do the whole sanctuary? Not just the vacuuming, but would you be willing to just clean the whole sanctuary? What do you think my response was? Sure, I got you. So I'm vacuuming. I'm tearing this sanctuary up. I got gospel in my music for an hour. I'm just killing it. And a few weeks goes by, and Pastor Coleman says, Brother Cody, can I see you for one moment? What do you think my response was? Sure. He walks up to the front, and we had a communion table right here. And he takes his finger and he walks around the table. It was the biggest piece of dust on his head. He said, Brother Cody, you ain't been cleaning this. I said, oh, I'm supposed to do that too? All right, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I never was taught anything other than vacuuming. So what I was taught, I gave my best in. And I thought I would see, he was doing that other part. I just had to vacuum. But when he turned it over to me, he had the understanding, you know what's supposed to be done. So he told me after making that illustration, show me how to clean the sanctuary properly. Here's the $1 million question. After that incident, do you think Pastor ever had to check behind that table again? Absolutely not. Once you have given me instruction and you've given me guidance, I'm gone. What if that was all of our mindset? You've given me instruction. I know what's expected of me. I'm gone. I'm going to take care of it. I enjoyed cleaning the church because it gave me a few extra bucks. Then we went through a season where the finances in the church took a hard spot. And so he calls me in the office. He says, brother, we can't afford to pay you anymore. I said, huh? What? And I said, it's all right. I'll keep cleaning the church. This was his words verbatim. I wrote these down in case I needed them in the court of law. He said, brother, we still have to clean the church with the same reverence for God's house, even though we're not getting paid. And I was like, I got you. You understand that, right? I said, of course. But that's what he's learned through experience. You have to voice that. Because if you don't, Now that I'm not getting paid, you're not getting my best anymore. But I wasn't doing it just for the money. It was a service that I could render to the house of God. So I said, I got you, Pastor, I got you. Then my back started acting up. And when I would vacuum the church, when I'd finish, I'd have trouble walking out of the church. It hurt so bad. And I heard the enemy say to me, you don't have to quit. Just cut a few corners. And then Colossians 3:23 came up again. Whatever you do, do it as unto the Lord. So I had to come to the pastor and I say, Pastor, I'm going to have to resign from cleaning. I can't do it with that level of excellence anymore. And I saw the look in his eye because I knew he knew, I'm going to have to do this again. That's what broke my heart, because I knew I was putting another task back on his plate. But I couldn't do it the way I want to. And so I'm praying that the Lord will eventually make this back whole so I can step back into that wonderful job of vacuuming. What's your gifting? What is your gifting? What are you good at that you could render to the house of God that would free your leader up to focus on teaching and preaching the word so that lives can improve? So number one, minimize your leader's distraction. Number two, look for ways to share your gift. Are you ready for the last one? Did you know that you could actually support the YouTube channel and podcast? That's right. If you have a desire to be a blessing to the show, there's many different ways you can do it. We have Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and you can use the website to make a donation. Any donation will help, and every donation will be used to pour into the lives of others. So if you want to click on the description of this video, you can find all of the information you need to make a donation. God bless you, and thank you for your support.